Hi everyone, Aussie Tech Heads episode 260. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing tonight? That's good. It's yes, another Thursday night, 20th of October, and recording always live. .thesecrethub.com Thursday nights, and it's about 7:30 we kick off. And joining me tonight, it's just the two of us tonight. Hello, Eric. How you going?
Hello, mate. Just the two of us. I'm good. I might just belt into song.
Right. We could do a duo or a duet, or whatever they call it.
I don't know what they call it. What are two a darkish boy and a white gay boy? What do they call that when they sing together?
I don't know. Crap. But yeah, so anyway,
nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. Move along. So yeah, so welcome. We're going to go through some news that's tweaked our attention this week, not only in Australia but also around the world. Because I know we're getting more and more international listeners. I don't know if they're ex-Aussies or whatever. Most of them are, I would imagine. I do get some emails from some of you from time to time, so thanks very much. But maybe next week, yeah, I might just pull some stats on overseas stuff and just see where everyone's coming from. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? That'd be nice. All right, we'll do that next week. So welcome to the lounge. The lounge, of course, is the chat room at live.thesecrethub.com. Whenever we broadcast live, that's right, live. Now, you can join us if you want to have a comment, get something off your chest. You can join us for a quick have your say on Skype. Just punch in Aussie Tech Head and away you go. Ring us up. Audio only, just go to the Shoutcast directory and you can get us on audio only if you're bandwidth impaired or restricted or whatever.
Hello, Will.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Will. I must say that Will isn't here again this week. He's in the middle of the move, as I've said last week, and he's also he's got to get the internet connected. And apparently, the last I heard, no one knew whether they could get it to him or not. So, geez, he's going to be a bit stuck if that's the case. If he can't get any, isn't he? Yeah, so obviously, yeah, and also video, youtube.com/The Secret Hub, the YouTube video channel. So go and have a look. And especially, look, if you listen to the show and you get to the part of the show where you go, what the hell is this head thing all about? It's a visual thing. You got to go and have a look at him. He's so it's youtube.com/The Secret Hub. So go and have a look at that. We're trying to increase some viewing stats there. They're pretty poor at the moment, so tell your friends about that one. And also our paper comes out twice a day, paper.aussietechheads.com.au, where it just scours. It's just a little botty thing that scours Twitter dudes that write good stories. And they're featured and all that sort of stuff. So there's a lot of good stories there. And also if you're on the Twitter and you want some news plopped into your Twitter account every half an hour, I think it is, 2 stories every half an hour. Follow Aussie Tech News, AUSSIE, Aussie Tech News. All right, and also, don't forget Daylight Savings. See, now that I've written out an intro, I'm going to go for half an hour with the intro. But Daylight Savings, don't forget, so it's 7:30 Queensland time, and it's 8:30 Southern States, and whatever that is, the rest of the place. I can work it out if you don't know. Just send me an email. And also, at the 7 o'clock every week, which is before the show, we've got Tech Webcast.
I can work it out if you don't.
So thanks, Brad and Jace, for letting us re-stream that show. All right, let's get on with some things. Do you want to start off, Eric, with a funny story? Well, we've lost Eric's audio by the sound of it.
How funny do you want it to be?
There it is. Oh, no, I've got one if you want one.
Oh, hello.
Yep. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
You're going.
Okay. All right. So this story was tweeted or brought to my attention this week.
I can hear you.
Can you still hear me? Maybe. Sometimes.
Yes.
Okay. Good or bad?
Hello.
Yes.
No, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Okay, so this story was...
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
No, good. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, I can. So this story was tweeted to me this week by Josh. Hello, Josh. Josh Graham listen, I wanted to give him your blog, mate, but I tried to look at your blog on your Twitter profile. Don't know, sorry, it wasn't there. So maybe if you can tweet me your blog address, please, sorry, and I'll mention it again next week. But anyway, he writes blogs. I think he's on the Gold Coast somewhere. But anyway, yeah, man pays $6,000 for bags of flour he thought were full of iPads. Did you see that one? This swindler posed as an Apple sales representative as...
I skimmed across that one.
You didn't like that one?
No, I think we're cutting out.
Yeah, I think something's going on.
Hello.
Hang on, we're gonna take a break.
Take...
We're gonna come back with that story and the guts of that in a second. All right.
Let me log out and log back in. Hang on, mate.
Save everything for me. Save it in the tree. I want to hear me. Give me another track on GarageBand, baby. Give me another track to play. Give me another track. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Is that better?
Yeah, you were cutting out. When you were talking, you were sort of saying something and the word would drop off at the end.
Yeah, something was going on. Yeah, because I noticed that you were the same. But it's all right now?
I think we're all right now.
All right. So my CPU's pretty good.
Yeah, mine's okay.
Yeah, all right. Okay, let's start this off again. Yeah, so getting back to this story. $6,000 for 4 bags of flour he thought were full of iPads. This bloke posing as an Apple sales representative has tricked an Adelaide man into paying $6,000 for the corn flour and bags full of Chinese newspapers. Why Chinese newspapers? I got no idea. But anyway, Chinese newspapers. So he got scammed. He apparently his victim inspected some genuine goods, then negotiated the $6,000 deal for the iPads at 5 iPads and 10 phones. How much does that work out to be? 5 6s are 300. Oh yeah, and
$12,000.
yeah. Then he went back. Then the guy put them back into his bag, went and got the rest of them, and came back with these sacks of flour and stuff. And yeah, got smashed. So yeah, no good. I bet you he's not having a. He's what?
Did they catch the guy?
No, not yet. Not as far as this one goes. The dodgy salesman had a heavy European accent. Was of Mediterranean appearance, age about 30 to 35, 65 centimetres tall. That's pretty short, isn't it? 165 centimetres. And with a stocky build and short brown to grey hair. Well, there you go. If you see him.
Like me. I didn't do it.
Yeah, were you in Adelaide today?
No, I didn't do it. It wasn't me, officer.
Just someone that looked like me.
That's right.
But yeah, so that's a bit crazy. That's a bit crazy. But I bet you that guy, yeah, it's yeah, no good. But anyway.
Well, it just goes to prove that if you get greedy, you get caught.
That's right. That's his bad luck anyway.
Too good to be true normally is, isn't that what they say?
Well, that's right. That's right. And I don't know if you've ever been approached on the side of the road by people selling speakers out the back of their car.
Many times. Speakers, leather jackets, you name it.
Yeah, yeah.
They're all from Europe. They're all from Europe. They're all Italian looking, sounding.
That's right. All right, so let's go with next story. Let's go for an NBN. We haven't had an NBN story for a while, I don't think, have we? I don't know.
Let's go.
Okay. They've released another 12-month national rollout plan. And guess what? We're still not on it.
No one's on it. Okay, quick survey in the chat room. Put in me in the chat box if you've had a look at the list and your suburb is on that list.
Well, Frosties would
and
be.
That will give you a representation of how much they're pandering to their Labor seats on this one.
Yeah, so
off you go.
Because it was interesting as well. I saw the story that a place in Wentworth, the electorate of Wentworth. It's the electorate of Wentworth, is that right?
Malcolm Turnbull's electorate, yeah.
Yeah. There was a place in Wentworth that was earmarked, but then it was quashed, apparently.
Yeah, because they were probably too stupid at the time to realise that was Malcolm Turnbull's seat, and then when they did realise, they went, "Oh shit, can't give it to him. He's the opposition." So
you can go and have a look at the nbnco.com.au website if you want to have a look at the list. There's the schedule lists the communities in each state and territory where the work will begin between now and September 2012, as well as where the work on the rollout of the network is currently underway. The plan, excuse me, The plan names 28 new locations as part of the national rollout, and apparently 485,000 premises. But on average, it's expected to take 12 months from the start of the fibre network rollout in a given area.
So slow.
Oh, isn't it? Tell me about it.
That is so slow.
Because I would have thought that now that after the Telstra deal's gone through, which
Why don't they just, why 28 sites? Why not just go, right, we've got the Telstra deal, let's 165 sites. Bang,
Yeah.
let's go. 2 years, we're done.
yeah,
You know, if they're doing 28 sites and it takes 12 months and there's 300 sites to go, Jesus, how long is this going to take?
well, it takes on average it's expected to take 12 months from the start of the fibre network rollout in a given area until the individuals are able to receive high-speed broadband. So say the Gold Coast is not even on the list for the next 12 months, and even if it
That's
was,
right.
it would take then it takes 12 months to actually happen.
That's right. And get this, there's 20 million people in Australia. This next stage only affects 485,000.
Yeah,
At this rate, 485,000 people per 12 months. Do the maths.
yeah. Well,
How
that's
long it's going to take? It's going to be 15 freaking years.
yeah. It's 485,000 premises, but that's still it's still not enough. It's still not fast enough.
Times it by 3.
Yeah, it's still
Times
not.
it by 3.
It's still,
1.2 million people.
yeah.
And we got 20 million people.
Look, I don't understand. Like, the money's obviously there. It's not a case of we haven't got the money. The money's there because it's been earmarked.
We don't have the money. That's why they're taking their freaking time. We had the money. And if they didn't piss it up against the wall, it would have been done yesterday.
They let us sort of do all that. They gave us all $1,000 and let us do that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's right. We did it for them, so they can't blame it on themselves. See?
That's right.
Oh, but you spent your money.
Yeah, but anyway, so have a look if you're interested. See if your town's on the list. Hopefully it is. It's all the little towns. I think Wollongong was on there, like down in the Illawarra there. So that's all right. That's good.
Labor seat. Labor seat.
Blacktown. That's out west somewhere near you. Well,
Labor seat.
yeah, and just a lot of Tasmanian places. Look, I was talking to Eric earlier on today about this, and we're sort of the opinion that like these things should happen faster. There's no doubt about that. They should just happen faster, and yeah, let's just happen faster.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what. There is a. I'll tell you what. There's an analysis was done by Liberal MP Paul Fletcher. His name is. I've met this guy and I don't like him very much, and so I'm being objective. But nevertheless, 80% of the 485,000 premises are in Labor, Green, Independent, or marginal coalition seats.
Mm.
In other words, these are where they want their votes to come from.
But do they think this is actually going to be the factor, the deciding factor on who people vote for, the NBN? Like, I think people are smarter than
they do, because they're pretty stupid. Everything they do is about votes, rather than let's just do the best for whatever.
Yeah.
Just do the right thing, basically.
Well,
so they got to pound to Labor. They got to pound to the Greenies, because if it wasn't for the Greenies, they wouldn't have got their carbon tax.
Yeah. Well,
the Independents got them into power, so they got to pound it to those guys. And Armidale, for example, is an independent seat. And the marginal seats, because they don't want to lose those at the next election. So it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It is. I don't know why it's taken so long. But I would have thought that after the Telstra deal went through, which went through this week, the shareholders voted to accept the deal with the government. The 12 billion or 11 billion, whatever it was, to buy their pits or lease their pits or whatever they're doing. So yeah. But anyway, let's get on to another feud. Let's go. Let's go and see what's going on with Samsung and Apple. Through the week, Samsung has sought to ban sales of Apple's iPhone 4S in Australia and Japan, escalating the patent war between the two. So things are heating up over there as well. Bloody Apple and
I don't know. What was the basis of them trying to stop the sales? It's because of the court case, or is they are accusing Apple of
look, they're accusing Apple of breaching their patent, but at the same time, it's obviously going to be a little bit of a tit for tat. And at the end of the day, I think that they're both going to go and sit down and go, okay, we'll let you sell yours if you let us sell ours. And they go, rightio, let's just save $1 billion, But it's all as Mark would say when he was on the show, That's the only one winner, and that's the lawyers. And that's
right.
That's true. Samsung had sought preliminary injunctions from Tokyo's District Court and the New South Wales Federal Court, blocking the sale of the iPhone 4S. Samsung said, now this is where it gets tricky because I don't have a clue what they're talking about, but Samsung said its claims against the iPhone 4S in Australia concerned 3 alleged infringements over its patents and 2 mobile broadband standards: wideband code division multiple access and the HSPA technology. So in light of...
Come on. Yeah, go on.
It's very broad, I think.
Very broad. Every phone on the planet's got HSPA technology. I mean, really.
In light of these violations, Samsung believes the sale of such Apple devices should be injuncted. Apple says multi-touch and command features in the Galaxy 10.1 infringe on its patents. So that's what they're bluing about. I want to see them have a fight. I want to see the lawyers get their fists out. That's what that needs. It needs a spice up.
Lawyers, I want to see Tim Cook punch his Korean counterpart.
Yeah.
And just go, come on, let's duke it out.
Hungry Moto.
Let's over a Wii boxing game.
IBM senior president, he's thrown his voice into it. He's thrown his 2 cents in. IBM senior vice president John Kelly III. He's John Kelly III. That'd be nice one. I'd like to be a third of someone. Said
You're a turd. You're a turd. You must be a turd.
Oh, John Kelly the turd.
From Ireland. Oh, to be sure.
I don't like being a turd. Said parents should apply only patents, not parents.
Parents too. They can apply as well.
They can apply whatever they like. Senior Vice President John Kelly the third said parents should apply on. I'll start again. Said patents should apply only to major breakthroughs and not to be trivialised. And he goes on to say, we need to go back to the fundamentals. Dr. Kelly said, in order for something to be patented, it has to be a breakthrough and it has to be something that makes a real physical difference in the world or in a product or in a service. I agree.
Okay, well, let's go with that. Multi-touch hand gestures using your finger. No one else had that before Apple. Every tablet that Microsoft came out with had a stylus on it. You couldn't operate it in anything but a stylus. And Apple were the first ones that came out with the finger touch. Now, to me, that's a breakthrough, and everyone else can go and get stuffed.
Mm. But the touchscreen wouldn't have been theirs, but the swipe action probably was.
No, the touchscreen was theirs. With your hands, it was theirs. Microsoft had a touchscreen, but you needed a stylus, completely different. You couldn't drop the stylus and then use your fingers.
Hmm. Yeah, true. That's right. So look.
If the chat room disagrees, you can just shout out.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. Look, I'm not briefed up enough to know if but I'm not doubting you at all. Yeah, look, well, Apple, they had the mouse first, didn't they? They had the GUI system first. They brought it off Xerox or something. Right. And
they licensed it off Xerox. That's right. Everyone says they stole it off Xerox. They didn't. They licensed it off Xerox. And Xerox said, yeah, whatever. Because we reckon it's crap. And
but I think doesn't it get to a stage where patents they actually become so generic that their exclusivity sort of wanes, and it's allowed to be duplicated?
Well, that's why there's for example, with pharmaceutical drugs, there's a 20-year lifetime on patents. For example, when aspirin first came out in the 30s, I think they had 20 years. That I can't remember who invented aspirin, which pharmaceutical company, but after 20 years, it was public domain that anyone could make aspirin.
Yeah,
and that's what happens. You can make aspirin, but they had exclusive rights to it for that period of time. Now, I don't know if that's a logical thing to do with technology or not. It might hamper innovation if we go that far, because then you got the risk of Apple becoming a monopoly power if they're the only ones allowed to have a touchscreen.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
So I'm not saying I agree with it, but that's what they were doing with pharmaceutical drugs. Bayer, that's it. Thanks, PA. That's right. So I don't know. But about a decade ago, I had a bit to do with intellectual property in the job I was doing, and a lot of it is based on, if it's based on prior, what they call prior art, or something that's been invented before,
Mm.
You can't patent it. If it's an addition to something,
Yes.
you can't patent it.
Right.
It's prior
Right.
art.
Yep.
If it was something, if for example, if Apple applied to add to a patent that they originally um, invented and patented themselves, and they're just adding to it because now it can do this and now it can do that, I think that's okay
Yeah.
because it was theirs originally. But if Apple wanted to, because for example, I don't think they could, for example, with the mouse, that was prior art. They licensed it off Xerox. They didn't invent it. So they couldn't trademark that. They couldn't patent it. So everyone then started manufacturing the mouse.
But then they should have had it licensed from Xerox as well. Is that
Well, they had it licensed from there. They probably did.
right?
But Apple could not stop them from doing that because they didn't invent the mouse.
True. Yes, that's right. And I think was it was it Bill Gates licensed that from IBM?
From no, he sold it to IBM. He licensed it from some bloke in the middle of nowhere, USA, and he bought it off him. He didn't license it. He bought it off this guy for $50,000, and then he licensed it to IBM
Right.
per machine.
Yeah.
Per machine. So he bought the whole lock, stock, and barrel for $50,000.
Yep.
He had his own. But he didn't think it was good enough, and he was about to release that, and then he found this one, and he said to the guy, "Look, I'll buy it off you for $50,000."
Yeah.
And then IBM said, "Yeah, that's cool. We'll pay you whatever it was, $5 a machine," and bang, off you go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the rest is history, as they say.
Yes. But also just going over with the iPhone, I've got a little bit here about iPhone 4S sales and iPhone sales
Yep.
in a more generic sense. Apple has reported an 85% increase in its full year results. So that's a fair increase in its profits. Net profit for sorry.
That's quite large.
Yeah, 85%. Net profit.
Their share price went down.
Yes.
So, work that out.
Net profit for the year ending 24th of September was US 25.9 billion. So that's net profit. That's not bad.
That's good.
Apple sold 17.1 million iPhones in the last quarter, and that was up 21%. It sold 11.12 million iPads in the last quarter, which was up 166% on the same period last year. It's massive.
That's quite
Massive. Sales.
Yeah, it is. And their price went down $23.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's probably because all these profit results were announced.
Well, not only that, I think the analysts, in their wisdom, they have their own expectations, and they basically buy on. It's an old saying: buy on the rumor, sell on the facts.
Yeah.
And they had their own expectations.
Well, analysts, they sold 17.1 million iPhones.
It did meet the expectations. It was still a good bloody result, but the analysts, who don't know diddly about running any company, think they know better. So if I had some money lying around, I'd be buying Apple at $398 because that's cheap.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah. So as you're right with what you're saying about analysts, because they sold the 17.1 million iPhones, analysts expected 20 million.
Yeah, that's right. They expected, but no one. If Apple promised 20 million and didn't, and then they only met 17 million, then I can understand a drop in the shares because Apple said we're going to sell 20, and we didn't.
Yeah. Sales of the Mac computers totaled 4.89 million, which was a 26% rise. So it's getting out there. It's getting out. I don't know why everyone's all consumed with Apple, but it's just interesting. Like, why aren't we talking about? I suppose because Apple's just got one brand, and then you can talk Samsung, Motorola, and whoever else runs the Android thing.
Apple is because they've got very definite brand. It's the brand awareness. Is right. Very definite. It's very focused, and so it's easy to talk about them because they've got the phone, they've got the laptop, they've got the desktops, they've got their software, and it's a very focused strategy. Whereas HTC, how many phones they got out? Motorola, how many phones you got out?
Yeah.
Dell, how many different variations of laptops and desktops and servers do you have? So it's very hard to cover a business when it's too disparate in its
Well,
product
that's
mix.
right. That's right.
Apple, they got one phone. That's
Yeah.
it.
And they had pretty much one definite personality at the top of it, which was
Yeah.
Steve. And he was the public. He was the image. That was the image of the whole thing. But
That's right.
yeah, but talking about Steve-O, friends gathered for his memorial service through the week. Friends such as, and I've got a little picture here. Oh, this is at Stanford, but I'll get to that in a minute. Friends such as Bill Clinton. This was a private memorial, so there's not many details and obviously no photos. But Bill Clinton, Al Gore, Bill Gates, Michael Dell, Bono, and Stephen Fry were among some of those attending the memorials.
I like Stephen Fry. He's a massive. He was the second person to get an iPad after Barack Obama.
Yeah, nice. I know he's a big Twitterer because.
Oh yeah, I follow him. A massive Twitterer.
Yeah. His TV shows are quite. He did a documentary going around the US. I thought it was great. I love that show, that documentary.
He's great. He's fantastic, and when he reads his books, I think he reads the Harry Potter books, is quite good as well.
Oh, yeah.
On
Yeah, after the event, after the memorial, the private memorial service, Stephen Fry did tweet, I don't know that there were, what did he say? I don't know that there was ever a more beautiful memorial service. Everyone who spoke did so with such passion and love and simplicity. So
yes.
So that was good. Yes. And also on Wednesday, I think it was, which was Thursday morning our time, employees gathered at Apple's Cupertino headquarters, and
yes,
and a bit of a service. And did you have something about Apple stores closing for the live stream of that Apple service? Apparently, I heard.
I think they did close. Because I tried to make an appointment today at an Apple store, and their first appointment was at 2:00.
Right. Yeah, because I read that they pulled the blinds so that the staff could watch the live stream of the memorial service. But then I thought I didn't think they had blinds and curtains in the front of Apple stores.
No, it's all glass, isn't it? Unless they have those sort of enclosed drop-down ones that you can't, that the consumer can't see.
Oh yes, probably could have too. You think they probably would have, because they would have. Yeah, it'd be. I don't know. I'd have to have a look next time. But you think it'd be quite.
Because they have. I think because they have their training and their product reviews.
Yeah.
When they're about to release an iPhone or whatever, iPad, Mac or whatever.
Yeah.
And they do it in store. Now, I suppose if they didn't shut the front glass, that everyone could just look in and go, oh, that's what's been released tomorrow. Oh, look at that over there. You know what I mean?
So they must have something, yeah.
They might have to have something because, the very next day you go into their stores and all the counters have been replaced with all the new stuff.
Yes.
And they do that after the doors shut, and people could see all that, I suppose, if they didn't have the blinds shut. So they must have something that's invisible to the normal person that walks into the store, I would imagine.
Yeah. And another, probably a sad story, I suppose, through the week. And not as public a figure, but as apparently, because I didn't realise this, but apparently just as important, was Unix creator Dennis Ritchie died. He was 70. Yeah, he was 70, and he passed away from, I think he had a bit of an illness. He passed away at home with some heart problems and pancreatic cancer as well, I think. He was unfortunately found dead in his home. Yesterday or through the week. Richie had been in frail health for a little while, so probably not too bit of a surprise. But who was he, you may be asking? Dr. Ritchie was one of the creators of Unix and pioneer of the C programming language. Now, a vast number of modern technologies depend on the work he and fellow programmers did on Unix and C in the early days. Now, Unix C++, as you probably know of it as. It's everywhere. It's Unix's influence has been felt in many ways. It's established many software engineering principles that persist today. It was the OS of choice of the internet. It kicked off the open source movement and has been translated to run on many different types of hardware. And C and C++, one of the most widely used programming languages in the world. It's familiar to almost every modern day developer. So quite
OS X is based on a Unix platform.
Yeah, Yeah.
The Mac OS 10.
So in 1999, Dr. Ritchie's influence and accomplishments won official notice when he was awarded the U.S. National Medal of Technology. There you go. The highest honour America can bestow on a technologist. So, yeah.
There you go.
So, obviously, equally as important, just not as public. But, yeah, no good. No good.
Now, do you want to another funny story?
All right, let's lighten up a bit, yes.
All right. Now, I'm going to read. I'm not going to make any judgments on this or any comment. I'm going to ask you for what you think of this.
All right.
$30 million tablet black hole. Harvey Norman hits out at Samsung ban. You know it's coming, don't you? Retail giant Harvey Norman says it's not fair
No.
that it was prevented from selling Samsung's Galaxy Tab in Australia when a legion of online. Here we go again. When a legion of online sellers are already offering it in an apparent breach of a federal court injunction.
Well,
The Galaxy Tab is said to be a strong Christmas seller for retailers such as Harvey Norman, blah, 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 according to Harvey Norman, of course.
Well, I would say... yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so there you go. Go on.
Look, I would just... I was going through some stories today. I didn't see that one, but I want to start up a new little thing for the show. I want to have where of the week.
Yeah, what's Jerry doing? What's Jerry doing? Yeah.
Yeah, a where
You know
of the
what I
week
say?
goes to Jerry.
You know what I say? If you're got he's saying it's using which he's reckons sales in the second half of this year, which works out to be $30 million using conservative estimate, $30 million using a conservative price estimate of $600 per tablet. Well, here's a tip, Jerry. Here's a slight little tip. I might be wrong. Why don't you buy some other stock and sell that? Good customer service, and people will walk out your stores with products under their arms, smiling from ear to ear. Wouldn't matter what it is that you sold. If you got good customer service, you'll make up the $30 million, mate.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
And look, I was...
And let's face it, $30 million, he's saying a $30 million conservative. Sorry to cut you off there.
You're right.
But in all honesty, let's assume he stocked the Galaxy Tab. You walk in there, good luck trying to find anyone to sell it to you.
Look,
There's no way you would have sold $30 million.
yeah. Look, I know customer service in this country is pretty poor. I reckon it's pretty poor. And
You know, it is piss. Anywhere in this country is piss poor.
And it was highlighted through the week to me where I was talking to a guy who had just come back from Japan. He'd lived in Japan for a little while, had a business over there, and he came back here and he was just saying that, like, he was just totally astounded at the low level of customer service that he receives in Australia, whereas when he was overseas in Japan, it was just a total turnaround. As you would imagine, I think Japan's renowned for niceness, aren't
The Americans, yeah, they are, and the Americans are renowned for their good customer service as well.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, like, I know there's a few people around. I don't know if you've been following the Twitters and everything, but there's a few. I think Jace from Tech AU down there in where is he? Wodonga. I think he sprouts out from Wodonga. He's he had a bad experience with Telstra, and I had a good experience, but a lot of people have had bad experiences. But it just to throw it a dice and how good the guy is at selling it to you, I suppose. But yeah, it is overall.
I've had bad experiences with Telstra in the past too, but generally overall hasn't been too bad.
Well, we bought Kim bought her iPhone 4S from JB, and it was ported and hooked up before she got to the front door of JB Wi-Fi. It was that fast.
Yeah, bang,
insanely fast.
And she played with Siri.
Oh yeah, that's great.
And she's saying, "Glenn, put the bins out," and then Siri says, "Piss off, I'm watching telly."
No, but if you talk dirty to it, it'll go, "Mind your language."
Or it says, "I'm not that sort of person."
Yeah, and stuff like that. It's pretty funny. It's pretty good. But also it is very practical. Not only do you have fun with it, but it is. You can tell it to call you whatever you like. So you type in what you want to be known as. And so it speaks to you. I've said to it, "What's the weather in Sydney like today?" And she just goes, "You will need a raincoat. It'll be 19 degrees to 26 degrees." And just go, "That's amazing." And you say, "Send a message to Eric," and it goes, "What would you like to say?" You say it. She repeats it. "Would you like me to send it?" Yes. away it goes.
Good.
Yep.
Away it goes.
In-
Because I was watching Leo Laporte, and he said, Siri, call me gorgeous. I will call you gorgeous. Is that correct? Yes. And so the other bloke on Mac Break Weekly, Alex Lindsay,
Yeah.
you know what his name is? Fu Manchu. Call me Fu Manchu.
So it goes, Fu Manchu,
Fu Manchu.
you have a message.
I'm not that sort of girl.
Yes. But no, it is.
So have you tried saying, tell me a joke? Have you tried that one?
No, what happens then?
Try telling a joke. Because they program it to take the piss. Remember those iPhones got stolen?
Yeah.
And the joke, he says, Siri, tell me a joke. And he goes, 2 iPhones walked into a bar.
I'll try that.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
And then she says, oh, I can't remember the rest.
But it's probably one of the most intelligent voice recognition things I think I've probably heard. It works pretty well. Pretty impressed with it. It's nice. It's good.
Look, I've heard some comments that a lot of the Android followers or lovers or fanboys or whatever you want to call them have been complaining. So, well, Android's been doing that for bloody 2 years, and why doesn't anyone make a big deal out of the Android stuff? I'm thinking, well, probably because you don't know how to market it and to sell it and it's too difficult.
But I don't think it's as advanced as the Siri because like my phone does talk. Like when I get a message or a call, it'll say you have a call from whoever or you have a message from whoever. So it does talk, but look, I haven't actually tried to talk to it. I know it does it, but I haven't actually tried it.
Right.
Yeah, so I do have an Android story, if we want to go into a bit of the Android story. And just to show that they're not just sitting and resting on their laurels in the background, because they were going to launch their new operating system, I think, last week, but because of the events at Apple and with Steve, they decided to postpone. But they've launched Ice Cream Sandwich, also known as Android 4.0, that adds a range of new features and a redesigned interface. Now, for those of you who are on the live video, I found this little funny picture of an ice cream sandwich for Android, and I also found a little funny picture, or not a funny picture, but that's just a snap of the new look. So yeah,
They look tasty.
Pasty.
It looks tasty. I like an ice cream sandwich.
Oh yeah.
No, not talking about the ice cream.
Okay. So anyway, the system was launched in partnership with Samsung, whose Galaxy Nexus handset will be the first to use it. So whoopee-doo to them. Ice Cream Sandwich would be the first version to be optimized for different types of mobile devices. So that means it's optimized from the tablets to the phones.
And good luck programming for that, is all I can say.
Well,
different screen sizes. Oh, God.
But iOS is for both? So that's
Yeah, but they're 2 screen sizes.
Yeah. Well, won't it be the same with Android?
No, Android have got 1,000 different screens. 4 inch, 3.7,
yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah,
7
yep.
inch. They're all over different resolutions. Every manufacturer has different resolutions on their screen, so they've got to program differently for that, for the apps to appear as good on that one as it does on the other one. Whereas Apple's only got 2 resolutions and two sizes. That's it.
Yep. And that's why they just work, I guess. But replacing design changes for Android 4 include replacing physical buttons on devices with equivalent on-screen icons, new lock screen features, the ability to access camera and notifications, ability to group apps and shortcuts by dragging icons into each other. That's probably handy. Redesigned multitasking screen. Applications are presented by scrollable titles, and other software changes include face recognition, unlocking. So you look at it and it can unlock your phone just by looking at it. That's pretty handy.
Yeah, I don't reckon that's going to work.
No. I suppose if someone steals it, they just shove the phone in your face before they take it.
Yeah, punch you in the face first if you don't do it.
That's right.
Take a picture of you and then put that in front of the camera.
That's right. Oh, I've got to tell you, one of my mates, he went drink driving. He lost his license for 12 months, and he's only just got it back. But he's had to put one of these things in the car where you got to blow into it before the car will start. That's hilarious. That's funny. I know, because before it's this thing that's hooked up to the ignition somehow, and so before he can start the car, he's got to blow into this device. So he blows into it, and obviously,
put that in all cars for all people under 21.
Yeah, yeah. That's
There you
right.
go, I said it.
Yeah. Look, I wouldn't. Apparently, they cost a bit. They're about, well, at the moment, probably because they're not, widely used. But I think I think you lease them, and it's about $150 a month or something. It's pretty up there.
100 a month.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. It's up there. And
Oh, no wonder it's getting pissed.
yeah. So anyway, what? But the funny thing is, like, okay, the funny thing is not that you're just blowing into it to start the car, but you're blowing it to start the car, and then, oh, and by the way, when you're blowing it, you got to hum as well. I don't know why, but.
And stand on one foot.
No, you just got to go. Ooh. Like that.
Who invented that? I
No.
think they don't have a patent on that joke.
I reckon that's to stop you from blowing up balloons, like when you're sober.
But can't you just have a balloon in the car, face it into the thinger, and then hum at the same time as you're letting go?
Well, you could, but there's another trick to it as well. Like you start the car, you go down.
Called Fisherman's Friends.
No, I don't think that works. That'll just burn your mouth out. But you when it gets like three minutes down the road or whatever, it starts beeping and says you've got to pull over within 3 minutes and blow again. So
No.
it must be making sure that you haven't got someone else blowing in it.
Not drinking while you're in the car.
It might be that. So
Crack one open. Right, I've blown into the bag. Now I'm going to crack one open on the way to the party.
So he says that he sits at the traffic lights and blowing into this thing.
Everyone must think he's just absolutely off his tree.
Yeah, and I said, show me how you blow into it. And the way he blew into it, it's like he's crunched over, and it's like he's pulling a bong. It's like he's smoking.
Then you're going to get busted for smoking pot now.
Yeah, so it's like because I don't know what happens, but there's all this data is recorded, and each month you take it into the RTA or wherever, and it uploads, and they know what's going on. It's crazy.
That is very, very funny.
It's crazy. But yeah, so he's there every 3 minutes or whatever. Well, not every 3 minutes, but 3 minutes into the drive. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. All right, speaking of funny and Android at the same time, boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
Steve, our friend Steve, I don't know if you remember, it's on YouTube, if anyone wants to Google it, Steve Ballmer /iPhone, or just, space iPhone. And there was an interview with him when iPhone was first released in 2007. And he was laughing, who's going to buy a phone for $600? And he was just basically hanging shit on it, right?
Yeah.
And no. And his big smug look on his face. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, right, so he's done it again now. The bullish chief, renowned for not mincing words, said that people need to be computer scientists in order to figure out how to use an Android phone.
Well, what do they need to be to figure out how to use a Windows phone?
Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. And I thought to myself, hang on, is that the pot calling the kettle black?
A rocket scientist.
It's just, so he's just done it again. And the funny thing is, he said that about Apple before they'd sold one item. So, okay, you could be forgiven for being, naive, and in hindsight, you could probably correct yourself. But Android are toe-to-toe with Apple in sales, and he's saying it now when they've proven that they can sell these items.
Yeah, it's bloody crazy.
They've got history on. They've got their the runs on the board, and he still opens his trap. And then the next question is, Steve, where's Windows Phone? How's that going, mate?
What a
knob!
What was
This guy just has no idea at all.
What was his
unbelievable.
What was his answer to how's the Windows Phone going?
That's my question. I don't know if they didn't. They didn't ask him that question. That's my question.
Yeah. Didn't someone throw a shoe at him?
Steve Ballmer, if you're listening,
give yourself an uppercut.
That's right. So Windows Phone is not selling. It's not even a blip on the radar. I'm not an Android fan, but they're selling very well, and lots of people like them. But he's still willing to say that, you need to be a computer scientist in order to figure it out. Well, I tell you what, there was a hell of a lot of computer scientists out there because they're all buying them. Yeah.
Did you, didn't someone throw something at him? Or something at some stage? Or they threw a penis at him or something?
A what?
Didn't they throw a penis at him? Like a rubbery penis?
I'd hope so. I hope it wasn't a detached one.
Sorry about that. Sorry. I wasn't
Attached to one.
to a dwarf.
Good God.
Oh.
Oh, the guy is just absolutely. Oh, that's and still on the Windows thing because it's all about technology. They had that partnership with Nokia, right? And they agreed to put all their Windows software on Nokia phones.
Yeah.
And the N9, which is quite a nice looking phone. I had a look at it, on the web a couple of days ago. Nice looking phone. And so that's coming out in the States with Windows, and apparently that'll do okay. And I believe that'll do all right. It's a very nice phone, and if it's got the Windows Fisher Price Lego type operating system, because that looks very kiddie like.
Yeah, big squares.
Do all right.
Mm.
But they've released the N9 in Australia here today, and it's still running the old Nokia software. These people don't know how to get their strategy in uniform. You're about to release it in the States with Windows, but you release it here a month before you release it in the States, or less, with the old Nokia software on it. I think it's called Migo or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, really, no wonder people are just beating you to a pulp, Nokia. You don't have any idea.
Because their stuff is just crazy, isn't it? It's just like, but Apple has paved the way. Apple's shown the way. And
what they do, it's consistent. Everybody, each store, it's like McDonald's. It's a system. You go to any Apple store anywhere in the world, and you will feel like you've just gone into the local Apple store down the road from where you live. And the McDonald's stores are the same. You go to any McDonald's anywhere in the world, and you feel like, except for the fact that the people serving you might be German or Chinese or French or whatever, except for that, the uniforms are the same. Their menus are very similar. They're just as efficient, and they serve you in just a quick amount of time.
Yeah, yep. That's right. Everything tastes the same, all that sort of stuff. So, all right.
It all tastes like crap. Doesn't matter where you buy it.
That's right. You can't have too much of it either. But talking to Microsoft just quickly, there's a latest update from Skype come out today. I think it was. I got mine today, downloaded today. And
I haven't downloaded it.
Okay, so Skype's first software update after Microsoft formally took control. They got rid of the Google toolbar. So that's gone.
Of course they would. They're going to put the Bing one on.
Oh yeah, of course. But so there's things that are starting to happen. It's all going on. I've got a little Skype graphic here. I thought I download it, so I'll show it. There you go. All right, now Audible, 100,000 titles now. Spruiking 100,000.
Ooh, wow.
That's crazy stuff. That's a lot of that's a lot of book work. A lot of audio things, sounds and voices and stuff. I wonder how long 100,000 books. They should add up how long you would go if you played each book end to end.
Oh, geez.
It'd go like.
Let's try it.
Hold on to your seats.
Hold on. Chat room, how much time you got?
Well, yeah, but it must. It'd be. You wouldn't even think about it, would you? You wouldn't think about it.
No, it wouldn't bother.
It'd be years and years and years and years. And so speaking of Audible, I guess did you listen to any through the week?
I didn't listen to any during the week, but I do have one that I'm thinking of buying sometime in the future. It's everyone knows Jeff Jarvis.
Yes.
From This Week in Google.
Oh yes.
That sort of the guy that said you said he's next. Remember?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Well, he's just come out with his new book called Public Parts.
Oh. How
sharing in the digital age improves the way we work and live. I thought it might be interesting for have a bit of a look at that. So what do you say we do that right now? I'll just play a little sample. You just tell me if this is coming through.
But also easier, as I always have researchers and editors at the ready. At this moment, I'm at my laptop trying to catalog the benefits of publicness. As a reflex, I turn to Twitter and ask people there what new and valued relationships they've made because they are open and public. In moments, answers flow. @John Blanton says he found his wife via chat. Lesbian comic and speaker @Heather says, coming out brought me integrity, less fear, and more energy. An old friend @Terry Heaton says, it helps avoid a lot of losers when dating. At FLM Parada found a job. At Gina Trapani created a career. At Everywhere Trip says he has met people all over the world because I let people know where I am on Twitter, Facebook, and blog. At AK Stanwyck says that on her last trip to NYC, I made a point of meeting in person 3 folks with whom I'd bonded on Twitter. In multiple tweets, at Alexis Rule says that she found most of my friends from high school, some from college, and discovered that people I might not have liked 15 years ago have become wonderful friends, and I cherish them all now. At Siva Vide, the author of The Googleization of Everything, and
There you go.
Yeah, nice. So that's him by Jeff Jarvis, narrated by Jeff Jarvis. Yes.
Written by Jeff Jarvis, narrated by Jeff Jarvis. I've got his other book called What Would Google Do, which is a good book. I've got that too, and he narrates that one as well. He's very clever and he's quite bright. He's a professional journalism or something, and he's a very tech-savvy guy. Sometimes you've got to stop the book and think about what he's just said because he moves very quickly.
Yeah, right.
And some of the concepts and whatnot get past you. So he's good.
So that's
there you go.
Yeah, so that's a pretty new release. 27th of September that was released. Probably got to him just in time. That's it's good. That's good. So so if you want to get you could get that for free. Normally, if you went to the audible.com site, you'd buy that one for $16.96 straight off the shelf with your online shopping cart. But you can get it for free. You just go to aussietechheads.com.au website and click on the Audible banner, and then sign up, and you get your first book free. There you go. You don't have to continue with the subscription if you don't like it after the first one. Well, then you just say ta-da, and you don't have to pay anything. So that's all right. All right. So that's good.
Yes,
So you're thinking of getting that. So you'll have to let us know when you listen to it how it went.
Got to do a bit of catching up on some of the other stuff I've been trying to read.
Yes, or listen to.
But just stay in the queue.
Yes,
stay in the queue.
Yep. So all right, so we're getting towards the end of the show, and we've got the head banging at the door. So he wants to come on. He's got a couple of letters he wants to answer as well. But did you have a story before the head comes on?
Let me see.
A little quickie. You don't. Oh dear.
No. I'm all right. Cut it all.
That's all right. So you got bad audio already as well, again?
No, I'm okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's all right. That's good. All right. Okay, here's the head. He's pushed me out of chair. Oi! Oi, how you doing? Hey there, so... so the head's here. He's here to answer some questions. What would you... Can you read the letters, please, Eric? Have you got...
Oh, hang on.
Has the head sent you the letters?
Oh, yes. Do you want me to read the John?
Oh, just the
John.
Yeah, the John.
John from Cunnamulla.
Jeez, where's
head? Love you, mate.
Yeah.
But you have a rude head.
Oh.
Hey, listen. I want to record VHS to DVD. What is the best and easiest way to do so? I have a big VHS collection and want to archive to DVD so I don't lose anything. Thanks, head from John.
John,
right, you got the answer?
Yes, the head has the answer. The head has the answer to everything. Now, listen, there's a couple of ways you could probably do it, but the best and easiest way, the first way, the highly technical way, the way that I would do it, would be to buy yourself a little capture card, and hook it into your computer and do it through that. But to make it easy, and I know because capture cards they can get out of sync, and you got to really work hard and all this sort of stuff with encoding, make sure everything's good and proper. But what you do is if you got a whole lot of videotapes, it's worth your while to go out to the shop, buy yourself a DVD recorder, and hook your VHS up to the DVD recorder and record them off the VHS onto the DVD. And you got a DVD, then you can shove it in your computer. Look, that's the way I found it works the best. It's not out of sync. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The DVD players recorder's going to cost you $150 now. They're pretty cheap, and probably a decent capture card's probably going to cost you that anyway. So go and do that. Do the DVDs, record them off, and then you just copy them onto the computer. Easy. And then you just use some editing software if you want to edit from there. Easy.
Yes.
Head knows it.
Or just straight archive. Let's go.
That's right. All right. See you, John. Thanks, mate. Next one.
All right. Penny from Condamine.
Ooh.
Hello, Head.
Hello.
Hello, Penny.
Hello, Penny. How you doing?
I've been watching you on YouTube over the previous weeks, and I must say you're not getting any better looking as the weeks go by. You have a face like a horse.
Oh, come on. Is this pick on
I'm not
Ed?
kidding. That's what you say.
Is this
Anyway,
pick on Ed?
I know insults don't upset you, but I have a question. I bought an iPhone 4S, but I have changed the ringtone. But it does not ring when a call comes in. I think something must be broken. What do you think?
Oh.
Do I need to take to the Apple shop? Penny. P.S. You are a very unattractive being.
Oh, now, Penny. A being, is it? A being, am I? All right.
Being, yeah.
Okay, Penny. I'm not offended by you. I've had better insults from people than that. So yeah. So okay, what's she doing? What's she want again?
She said she's changed
that's
the
right.
ringtone.
Right.
But when a call comes in, it doesn't ring.
Okay. All right. So on the iPhone, you can go to the Apple Store shop if you want to look like a fool. More than you do already, but you can go to the Apple shop and they'll tell you what to do. But all you do is you can sit at home and there's a little switch right above the up and down volume controls, and it's the silent switch. You've obviously just flipped that to silent, and that's the issue there. So
Flip it up towards the glass, the front glass.
That's
and
right.
it turns it on.
That's right. And if that doesn't work, then you might have to think about going to the Apple shop. Make sure your volume's all the way up. Make sure the ringtone's selected. If the ringtone's selected and you can hear the test ringtone as you select it, that's all good. Look, you've just got an issue with that button, I would say. All right. Good stuff. Yep. All right. Thanks for reading those out, Eric. The head's going. The head's going to see you next week. Right. As a short one tonight. Little head tonight. We'll see.
Little head.
Well, the head's out of here. Bye-bye. All right.
All right.
Oh, he's back. No, there he is. All right. So we'll move on. Someone was waving to me then. Okay. I've got another couple of stories before we end the show because we are getting up there towards the end of the show. Okay, let's go with Sesame Street. Did everyone see what happened to poor old Sesame Street through the week?
I read that during the week. That's you don't want that.
We don't want to talk about it, or what?
No, you don't want that to happen.
Oh no.
Talk about it. Was the kiddies going to the Sesame Street on the YouTube?
Yes. For 22 minutes, kids around the world were greeted with a surprise, an unwanted surprise, when they went to the Sesame Street YouTube channel. The Sesame Street YouTube channel is more than 140,000 subscribers, and its videos have been watched by more than 500 million times. So pretty popular damn channel there. But hackers took over the account on Sunday, deleted all the videos uploaded by Sesame Street. It's going to take them a while to put them back, isn't it? Do you reckon Google would help them out though, and just say, "Oh yeah, we've got a backup. We'll just flip it back for you." Do you reckon they'd have to, wouldn't they?
They'd have to.
That's going to take a long time to stick up all those videos again. But anyway,
maybe they're just making security's right.
Google had helped them out because it was a hacking, I think. It is understood that the Sesame Street account was taken offline within 20 minutes of the problem being spotted. In a statement, Google, which owns YouTube, said YouTube's community guidelines prohibit graphic content. As always, we remove inappropriate material as soon as we are made aware of it. The American, so blah, blah, blah. So anyway, the guy, there was images and things and text and stuff put up on the videos. And apparently the text that was used included another YouTuber's account name. And so his account's gone into meltdown, obviously, because everyone's bashing him. But he's been forced to put up a disclaimer thingy or a notice on his YouTube account, which is a video that says, "I did not hack Sesame Street. I'm an honest YouTuber. I work hard to make quality gameplay videos, and most important, I respect the community guidelines," which he had to do. He had to do something like that because
you have to defend yourself, don't you?
He was getting bashed, and obviously it's probably just a random. These guys, they just picked a random username. Could have been yours.
Yeah.
Could have been mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, now my last little quick one, just to give you an idea of what's going on around the world. Analog TV, this is UK, Analog TV in the UK ends at the end of October 2012. So one more year for that. So we're only going to be a year behind. So there you go. That was a nice little quick one.
Oh, that's all right. You're behind the rest of the world.
Yeah, the last place to enjoy 80-year-old transmission technology will be Northern Ireland. So I know you all enjoyed that one. I did.
Yeah. Oh, look, just one quick one. I had to get my iPhone replaced today because of the sticky button. And I thought that I got the phone in February. So I thought, I got heaps. It's on the warranty. It's got heaps, no problem. Went in there and he said, is your phone still under warranty? I said, yeah, I think I bought it in October. And he goes, oh, let me just check that for you. Because they've got to do their checks, right? They just can't take your word for it. I went, and because the button was sticky, the home button. You know which one that is, right? Glenn?
Yeah.
The one at the little round thing at the bottom.
Yep.
And you'd press it, nothing happened. It just nothing. It was. I had to press it really hard for anything to happen. It's been going on for about 2 months, and I thought, oh, well, look, I'll just put up with it, and it'll just sort itself out. But it just got worse. Get in there, and I had 12 days left.
Oh.
12 days.
Oh,
So,
lucky.
but that's all right. He came to the party, brand new phone.
That's amazing.
Not 4S though. He just gave me a brand new whatchamajooga.
What? So you got a new phone?
Yeah. He's replaced the whole phone.
What, in a box and everything?
No, he took it out of the box. He just gave me the phone and put the old one in the box so they can refurb it.
Yeah, right. So that's what. But what I was getting at, it was a new phone out of a box. It wasn't like a refurb one from
new
under the
iPhone
counter.
4, yeah. No, brand new iPhone. Never been They had to activate it there and then on the spot.
Yep.
The whole thing.
And that was from the Apple Store.
Yeah. Apple Store, yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
good.
12 days.
I've heard of a few stories about that. Heard of a few stories.
Yeah, they don't. If it's under warranty, no questions asked.
Yeah.
All he had to check was for liquid damage, because
Right.
they won't replace. They don't cover for liquid damage, and he just wanted to make sure that
Yeah.
it wasn't pulling his pud,
Yes.
so to speak.
So that's good. That like replacement warranty at just under 12 months is pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
And I think based on, let me just check it, because as soon as I got it, I got an email within 2 minutes of me walking out the store about the same thingo, and I think the warranty continues for another whatever it was. Okay, so that extends my warranty another 3 months now.
Oh yeah, nice.
New phone, I should get 12 months.
That's what I don't understand that. That's one of the things I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
Yeah. So why wouldn't you get another 12 months if it's a new phone? But anyway, who's complaining at the moment? You got a newbie, so that's pretty good. That's cool.
Yeah.
All
She
right.
says the items identified above have been exchanged by Apple for new or refurbished parts. Any applicable cost, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so it's 90 days.
If anyone out there knows how to fix my little problem, I'd be more than happy. I've got a iPhone 3G, like obviously the one of the first, and works okay, except it does not connect to my Wi-Fi. It sees the Wi-Fi.
Have you updated it to the latest iOS?
Well, as much as possible. Yeah.
I think the iPhone 3G, the latest one for that model is 4.2.1.
Yep, it would be. I've reset it. I've done everything to it.
Have you done a clean install? Just treat, and
Yep.
you log it in, it says treat as a new phone and do all that sort of stuff?
Yep, did that. I've even gone and sat outside the Apple shop to see if I could hook into their free Wi-Fi. Like it sees it. It sees it full all bars. It says, "Do you want to log in? What's the password?" And then this is not at the Apple shop, but at mine, it'll say, "What's your password?" And then it'll just come up, "Unable to connect." Now I don't know why.
And it's not your router, because everything else
everything else connects.
connects.
I've put in DNSs, I've put in static IPs, but the thing is, I've even gone to the Apple shop outside it to try and connect to the free Wi-Fi, and it won't do it.
Still
Doesn't do it. So look, I've Googled obviously, and heaps and tirelessly. I'm over it, but look, it seems to be a bit of a problem. It all started happening at iOS 4, I think, when it upgraded to 4. Apparently, that's what everyone was saying. It did use.
same problem, did they?
Yeah, it did work, and now it just doesn't. Like, there's problems with the aerial, but it's not the aerial because I've got full speed going. Full.
It's not locked to anything or anybody, is it?
Well, it is.
No?
It is a locked phone. It is locked to a network, yes. But
So it shouldn't affect your Wi-Fi, though, should it? Really?
well, no, I'm still ringing out on it. It's like locked.
Okay.
It's locked, but I can put my it's locked to say Optus, but I can still put, because I've got a Virgin SIM now on the Android phone. I can still put the Virgin SIM into it and
It'll work.
use it. Yeah. So I don't know. But if anyone has an idea, I'd be happy to hear about it.
Bizarre.
Yeah, I'm going to kick the head up the backside because he doesn't know about it. He doesn't know how to fix it.
Yeah, he's a knob.
Stupid head. He's a very unattractive being.
Victor, you're a very unattractive man.
How was it, old Penny? She calls him a bean. That's funny. That's funny. Oh, yeah. I had a chuckle. All right.
Yeah.
Time to go. All right. Thanks, Eric. It was good.
Thanks,
just the two of us tonight. We filled out an hour quite easily. That was great. And
yeah, it's good.
thanks to everyone that's writing into the head. He appreciates it a lot. He likes going through those emails. I know. Let me assure you, he just thinks it's candy. It's candy. And thanks to everyone else that's sending me tweets and sending me emails and telling me about stories. And I know Milo, you send me a few stories every now and then. That's good. And everyone in the lounge, PA, Milo, Brad. Everyone else that's joined us tonight, thanks very much. So don't forget, live Thursday nights, 7:30 Queensland time, live.thesecrethub.com, or catch us on the podcast in iTunes. And thanks also to the podcasters that listen to us every week. We're glad you enjoyed. So till next week, thanks, Eric.
Thanks, mate.
And we'll see you then.